Hi, so I'm back to talk a little bit more about the Great Plains orchid, 𝑆𝑝𝑖𝑟𝑎𝑛𝑡ℎ𝑒𝑠 magnicamphorum, which we have right here. We are out today looking for this orchid because this orchid is considered currently globally vulnerable, which means it's not endangered yet, but it is actively of conservation concern because we have enough data to suggest that the species is declining across its entire range. This species is not really well understood in Nebraska. We don't really have a good idea of how many we have, and it's also very easily confused sometimes with 𝑆𝑝𝑖𝑟𝑎𝑛𝑡ℎ𝑒𝑠, a more common orchid. So we're kind of out here to do two things today. The first is to collect leaf samples so we can do some genetic analysis and figure out if this is the globally vulnerable species. And then the second reason is we can't put together an active or effective conservation plan for a species until we have a good idea of where the current populations are and how they're doing. So we're out here to count as many as we can find and hopefully figure out if we need to really focus on them going forward with things like seed banking or other methods of conservation. So another couple things about orchids that are really cool and make them really fun to go and hunt for, so to speak, in the field is because they're rare, they can provide some very specific ecological jobs in the communities where you find them that other common species maybe can't. They can provide nectar resources for some specialized insects. They have unique partnerships with fungus species underground. Their roots are kind of intertwined, so to speak, with a bunch of underground fungal species that also provide roles in the community, and sometimes those fungal species are only found with orchids. They can't exist without the orchids, so there's a lot that we still have yet to figure out about how these species interact with the rest of the community around them, but what we do know suggests that they have very specific roles that's really worthwhile to kind of keep an eye on and make sure that they don't decline, because they can be an indicator of broader problems that we should be considering for managing our native ecosystems and our native plant communities.